On the far east of Austria, bordered by the Danube, is a European capital with a rich and eventful history, Vienna. The city has a wide variety of palaces and gardens. One of them offers an exceptional window onto one of the most powerful dynasties of Europe. The Hofburg was the official residence of the Habsburgs from 1279 until the fall of the Austro-Hungarian Empire in 1918. Originally, it was a simple medieval fortress, but it was transformed over time into a magnificent palace comprising 18 buildings and nearly 2,600 rooms. The Swiss Gate, in Renaissance style, is a precious vestige of the oldest part of the castle. From 1723, the Hofburg turned Baroque, epitomized by a beautiful ceremonial hall, the Prunksaal. The dazzling decor illustrates the splendor of Emperor Charles VI's reign. The room now houses the Austrian National Library. 2 floors of shelves contain more than 200,000 books, mainly from the 16th and 17th centuries. The vast dome, painted by Daniel Gran, depicts the apotheosis of Charles VI. It's a masterpiece of Baroque art. In the 19th century, the Hofburg was adorned with a more classical but equally luxurious decor. It was a time of celebrations, balls, and opulent official banquets. The imperial apartments reveal a more intimate side of the monarchy of the time. Empress Elizabeth, the famous Sisi, and her husband Franz Joseph. The Schatzkammer, the imperial treasury, has an exhibition of the jewels and insignia of the Habsburgs. The jewel-encrusted crowns and imperial scepters recall one of the most powerful dynasties that ever reigned in Europe. For more than 6 centuries, the Habsburgs ruled a vast and prestigious empire. Their sumptuous palace and capital city were listed as World Heritage by UNESCO in 2001. In the municipality of Heitzing, west of Vienna, an outstanding site lets visitors see the life of the Habsburgs, the dynasty that reigned over the Holy Roman Empire for more than 6 centuries. Schönbrunn was the summer residence of the emperors. Inspired by Versailles, the palace was commissioned in 1685 by Emperor Leopold I and designed by the architect Johann Bernhard Fischer von Erlach. In the gardens, the classical French style blossoms. The gardens were laid out by Jean Trehet, a pupil of André Le Notre, who designed the gardens at Versailles for Louis XIV. When Maria Theresa ascended the throne in 1740, she chose Schönbrunn as her permanent residence. The Empress enlarged the park, erected follies, and turned Schönbrunn into a wonder of Baroque architecture. On the long central path, the monumental Fountain of Neptune illustrates the glory days of the Habsburgs. Maria Theresa also built an imposing triumphal arch to celebrate her victory over Frederick II of Prussia. The Gloriette was finished only a year before Maria Theresa's death, but it would become a precious refuge for Empress Sisi almost a century later. Niccolò Pacassi, Maria Theresa's architect, completed the palace in the Rococo style. Magnificent balls were held in the vast gallery. Emperor Franz Joseph and his wife Sisi loved staying at Schönbrunn. The apartments of the palace preserve the memory of their reign. Franz Joseph, the father of modern Austria, was born here. When he ascended to the throne in 1848, he opened a new era of splendor for the palace. He died in 1916 after a 68-year reign. The palace and the gardens of Schönbrunn were inscribed on UNESCO's World Heritage List in 1996. Nestled in the Austrian mountains, the city of Salzburg lies on the banks of the Salzach River. From the Middle Ages, Salzburg was a city-state governed by powerful prince-archbishops. On the heights of Salzburg, Archbishop Gebhard built the fortress of Hohensalzburg in 1077. It's the largest completely preserved citadel in Europe. In the 16th century, the interior of the building was adorned with rich Gothic ornamentation. The wealth of the owners can be seen in the Golden Hall, even in the most unexpected objects, like this tiled stove decorated with biblical scenes. Deriving their wealth from the local rock salt mines, the prince archbishops wanted to make Salzburg the Rome of the North. Over the centuries, they built magnificent buildings and vast gardens. Salzburg was a flourishing trading city. This can still be seen today on the Getreidegasse, the city's most famous street, which has been decked with colorful wrought iron signs since the Middle Ages. The Abbey Church of St. Peter is a masterpiece of Baroque art. It was built in the early 17th century by Italian architect Santino Solari. The space is filled with warm colors from Italy. Here, a future prodigy was baptized who would turn everything he touched into music. The divine Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Mozart was born on the 27th of January 1756 in a bourgeois home on the Getreidegasse. He would soon bring fame to his native city. Amid the stucco and the gilt of St. Peter's, he performed his Mass in C minor for the first time in 1783. Salzburg is forever the city of Mozart. It was inscribed on UNESCO's World Heritage List in 1996.